I gave him some money to go off to the mall with his friends, and I'll see him when I got home later on that night.
En decemberaften i 2012 blev et vendepunkt i Ron Davis' liv. Hans 17-årige søn skulle i byen.
Jacksonville 911, Fletcher.
Stop the ambulance, please. Someone sick or hurt? Somebody's been shot.
Basically, this one white man decided that the music he heard was thug music, which was hip-hop music and rap music.
He had about 9 shots. Please, can you bring help, please, now?
Hvad der skete den aften på tankstationen er blevet en øjenåbner for mange amerikanere.
He told the youth to turn the music down. And when they didn't do that, he felt that he could take his gun and shoot 10 shots into an occupied vehicle with teenage kids.
For når en ung sort mand bliver skudt, lever USA så op til de smukke idealer om, at alle er lige for loven, uanset hudfarve. Der er gået 50 år siden Martin Luther King sagde de berømte ord.
I have a dream that one day
Han havde en drøm.
this nation will rise up.
En drøm, der blev til virkelighed for mange amerikanere for 5 år siden, da Barack Obama sejrede
Yes, we can. Thank you. God bless you. And may
og blev
God
USA's
bless you
første
United
sorte
States
præsident.
of America. This is our moment. This is our time. To put
Det var en historisk dag, men euforien har lagt sig. For selvom raceopdelingen af det amerikanske samfund formelt set ophørte i 1965, og der er sket meget fra Martin Luther King til Barack Obama, så er det amerikanske samfund stadig opdelt mellem de hvide og de sorte, dem der har og dem der ikke har.
Well, racism has been described by some as America's original sin.
Robert Avery har levet forskellene på sort og hvid hele sit liv.
They kept talking about this march that they were going to have in Washington. This great march.
Han var med den dag i 1963,
We are requesting all citizens to move into Washington, to go by plane, by car, bus, any way that you can get there. Walk if necessary. We are
At the time, everybody wanted to be a part of it.
han så sådan her ud, en 14-årig knægt. Robert og 2 af hans venner tomlede 1000 kilometer fra Alabama til Washington.
Well, we didn't have $25 to catch the bus that was going from here in Gaston, Alabama to D.C.
En ikke ufarlig tur for 3 drenge på deres alder.
As I think back, it was an awesome feeling. I was standing there and looking back at the crowd and thinking that, all of these people here are here because of me, personally, because, I was the one who was being affected by what was happening in the South. The segregation, colored water fountains, the whole 9 yards.
Forsamlingen i den amerikanske hovedstad bliver i dag betragtet som et vendepunkt i kampen for lige rettigheder. Retten til at spise på de samme restauranter, gå i de samme skoler og bo dør om dør.
When you had over 250,000 people to show up, I think that sent a strong message. And particularly when the crowd was as mixed as it was.
Well, we all live black and white. Yeah. To fight for equal rights. Yeah. Keep your eyes on the fight.
Vi er taget til Jacksonville, Florida for at møde manden her. En decemberaften i 2012 sendte Ron Davis sin søn Jordan i byen.
I gave him some money to go off to the mall with his friends.
Jordan og 3 af hans venner skulle ned i det lokale indkøbscenter. Senere kørte de ned til benzintanken for at købe tyggegummi og cigaretter.
They were playing their music loud. And when 46-year-old man came up in his car, he basically said to his girlfriend that I hate that thug music.
Ordet thug er slang for kriminel og bliver betragtet som et racistisk udtryk, der bruges om unge sorte mænd.
He told the youth to turn the music down, and initially they did. And my son, who was never going to be bullied, he decided to turn it back up. But why are you going to label, because of the music they listen to, that these kids are thugs? You don't know them. They could all be CEOs of their own companies. You don't know what they are.
Oh my God, somebody's shooting. Somebody's shooting out of their car.
We had shots fired in the parking lot. The person firing has left, but we did get a license number.
Somebody's been shot.
Who shot him?
We have no idea. Please, can you bring help, please, now?
In his mind, it was thug music, and in his mind that the black kids in the car were going to do what he told them to do. And when they didn't do that, he felt that he could take his gun and shoot 10 shots into an occupied vehicle with teenage kids.
Drengene flygtede med den blødende Jordan Davis, mens gerningsmanden skød mod den røde firehjulstrækker. De 4 drenge var ubevæbnede, men gerningsmanden frygtede, at de havde et våben i bilen. Hvad der skete den aften på tankstationen i Jacksonville, er blevet centrum for en af de mest omtalte retssager i USA i de senere år.
I was shocked that my son was killed.
En ung mand mister livet. En hel befolkningsgruppe føler sig ramt.
How many white people live here?
Probably 15-20%.
Okay. So it's predominantly black?
It's a predominantly black district.
I dag tager Robert Avery os med på tur i sin hjemby Gadsden, Alabama.
The opportunities are not that great in certain areas for young black professionals. And it's done systematically to make sure that you don't fit into those categories, or you don't get those type of jobs.
Byen ligger i syden, centrum for både fredelige og voldelige opgør mellem sorte og hvide i over 100 år. Det her var Martin Luther Kings hjemmebane. Men selv 50 år efter Robert Avery tumlede til Washington, er byen opdelt i sorte og hvide.
But it's home for these people, This is what they're comfortable, they can afford it.
Fra den sorte del af byen er der kun få minutters kørsel.
Where we going now, the community is probably 99% white.
Og så er man i den hvide del af byen.
The few blacks who possibly could afford to move in down here know that they're not welcome.
Gadsden har været centrum for racistiske grupper gennem tiden, som for eksempel Ku Klux Klan. Det er sjældent, at der direkte er tale om overgreb, men enkelte gange, helt op i 70'erne og 80'erne, har sorte familier været udsat for chikane, hærværk og trusler.
We had some blacks to move in, and they burned the house. They set the house on fire. Nobody wants to, to experience that, or burning something out, or crossing something out in front of your house, or something like that.
Byens hvide og rige kvarter ligger omgivet af plænerne her, midt i byens country club.
We're in Gadsden, Alabama, the Gadsden Country Club. It's founded in 1919, one of the older clubs in the state.
Yeah, ready?
På den private golfbane er humøret højt. Den årlige golfturnering byder på kilt og øl på dåse. Klubben er ikke så forskellig fra mange andre private golfklubber i syden. Først for få år siden fik klubben det første sorte medlem, og i dag er blot 2 af klubbens medlemmer sorte.
Well, we have a couple in the men's grill downstairs, and we have maybe 1 or 2 working on the maintenance for the golf course and somewhat in the club. But most of it's domestic type stuff and cooks and things of this nature, and bus boys. Still segregated. I don't know if it's as much the whites want segregated or the blacks want segregated. It's probably pretty even. Some feel better about it. Want to be in an all-black environment and without the whites.
Uligheden og opdelingen er altså til at få øje på, både på og uden for golfbanen. Hver 8. amerikaner er sort, men i fængslerne udgør de 3 ud af 8. Blandt den sorte befolkning er dobbelt så mange konsekvent uden job. Og hver gang en hvid mand tjener $1, tjener en sort mand 75 cent. De sorte er også hyppigere ofre for vold. Hvert år dør 8.000 sorte amerikanere en voldelig død. Det svarer til hvert andet offer.
This is his school picture. Last picture they took at school.
I dag er Ron Davis' søn Jordan et tal i en statistik.
This one, he's 17.
De 4 drenge var ubevæbnede, men gerningsmanden frygtede, at de havde et våben i bilen. Den hvide mand i 40'erne blev fundet skyldig i mordforsøg på de 3 andre drenge, men han blev frikendt for mordet på Jordan Davis, den eneste af de 4 drenge i bilen, der døde. Juryen bestod af 10 hvide og 2 sorte.
My son was an African American child, male. Out of a jury of 12, I didn't see any African American males on the jury.
Why is that important?
Well, it's important because people, as they said in other trials, they have to connect with you.
Nedskydningen af Jordan Davis, og før det en anden teenager ved navn Trayvon Martin, udløste en rasende debat.
Murdering a teenager because his music was too damn loud?
Well, a controversial verdict out of Jacksonville, Florida this weekend has touched off a national debate. Why are people so upset?
Well, they shouldn't be.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Dele af den sorte befolkning protesterede mod frikendelsen.
We got to men.
Floridas lovgivning gør det lovligt at skyde, hvis man føler sig truet, og det gjorde Jordan Davis' morder. Kritikere mener, at loven bliver brugt til at frikende hvide amerikanere.
That you can fly with more power than you ever had before. The doors of the church are open. You are invited to come. There's power in the blood of the Lamb. Come on, sing. There is power.
Det er søndag formiddag. Vi er til gudstjeneste i Ebenezer Baptist Church i Atlanta, Georgia.
In the blood of the Lamb.
Det var her Martin Luther King prædikede, indtil han blev skudt i 1968, og her hans far prædikede før ham. I dag hedder præsten Raphael Warnock. Den tunge arv fra den nok mest berømte præst i USA's historie hviler nu på hans skuldre. Den sorte kirke har været en central spiller i den politiske kamp for lige rettigheder. Og præsten her i kirken er ikke bare præst. Han er talerør for sorte i hele USA. Og han er en stærk kritiker af Floridas lovgivning, efter Jordan Davis' morder blev frikendt.
While the law itself, in terms of how it's written, is race neutral, but in its application, so far we have seen that it does not work the same way for black people, particularly young black people, particularly young black men, as it works for other people. It is difficult to imagine that were the roles reversed. I'm a 40-some-year-old black man. That if I had shot into the car carrying some 18 and 20-year-old white men, that somehow the jury might think that I might reasonably have felt threatened. This lens of race is still very much with me.
Kirken her i den sorte del af Atlanta har spillet en væsentlig rolle for borgerrettighedsbevægelsen og gør det fortsat. Men også her er det tydeligt, at USA stadig er delt i to.
Dr. King said that the 11 o'clock hour on Sunday morning is still, he said this 40 years ago, and it's still true today, it's still the most segregated hour in the nation.
How is that?
Churches have not significantly integrated. Most congregations are black or white.
Få kilometer fra golfbanen i Gadsden er humøret højt. Golfkøller er byttet ud med vandslanger, sæbe og børster. Kvarteret samler ind til den lokale kirke. De hvide i byen holder deres byfest nogle få gader derfra den første fredag i måneden, og dagen efter holder det sorte kvarter deres. Det er der ikke noget opsigtsvækkende i for borgerne i Gadsden. Sådan er det bare.
Racism gonna live in the United States forever and a day, man.
But where are all the white people here?
Where is all the white people? It'll be funny, but I can take you to them right now, right up the street.
Yeah?
Yeah, right up, go all the way up here, make a right, go up that hill.
– 50 år efter Martin Luther Kings tale i Washington og 5 år efter valget af landets første sorte præsident, kæmper USA altså fortsat med raceproblemer. Og paradoksalt nok har landets første sorte præsident brugt en del af sine politiske kræfter på at bevise, at han faktisk har fortjent posten som præsident. Hans største kritikere har krævet bevis på, at han faktisk er født i USA og dermed kan være præsident.
I thought he was probably born in this country, and now I really have a much bigger doubt than I did before.
But based on what?
And you know what? His grandmother
What other
in
president
Kenya said he was born in Kenya.
has had literally to produce his birth certificate to say, I am an American? The ways in which he has had to navigate the issue of race with respect to his own identity underscores the ways in which America's original sin is perhaps its most intractable social ill. Racism is still very much with us.
Obama bliver af mange tilskrevet æren for den konservative Tea Party-bevægelses opståen og store succes. I en række stater har bevægelsen fået stor indflydelse og magt som modreaktion på valget af landets første sorte præsident. Og flere stater, blandt dem Alabama, har vedtaget krav om billed-ID til folkeafstemninger og valg. Ifølge kritikere er lovene indrettet, så det bliver sværere for fattige, især sorte og indvandrere, at stemme.
We are witnessing the most vicious and ruthless assault on voting rights that we've seen in 50 years or more.
Kritikere af lovene mener, at det især går ud over minoriteterne, fordi fattige og har flere sociale problemer. Befolkningsgrupper, der har sværere ved at få et kørekort eller en anden form for billed-ID.
It's clear that people saw our power in 2008, 2012, and they literally decided to go after our power.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Også her i Gadsden er der en hed debat. Byrådet er delt, de sorte er imod, og de hvide er for.
Liberty and justice for all. It's a deliberate action. When you look at the 2008 and the 2012 election, President Barack Obama was elected with less than 30% of the white vote. And that's scary to some white men.
I have to show my ID everywhere I go. The vote is the most important thing that we've got in the United States of America, period.
I'm furious. I thought I fought this battle 50 years ago.
They somehow cannot countenance the idea that one day, and not in the distant future, the white man will be a minority in this country.
Kritikere har peget på, at Obama har været alt for forsigtig. Han har ikke turde været en rigtig sort præsident af frygt for reaktionen fra de hvide vælgere.
Ironically, in many ways, Bill Clinton had and has more freedom to be, as he was called, the first black president. He has more, a larger margin of movement on that front than does a Barack Obama.
I think he has been very careful not to get angry, show his emotions, because that would be exploited. They would love to say You just simply got an angry black man in the White House.
Tough drive.
All right. Be safe.
Yeah, I'm on the road like this at least once a week.
Ron Davis har levet store dele af sit liv på landevejen, efter sønnen blev skudt.
It's about an hour and a half drive from Jacksonville going south.
Han er pensioneret, så hans tid går med at samle penge ind til den forening, der er opkaldt efter sønnen. Foreningen arbejder for at få ændret Floridas lov om selvforsvar og hjælpe sorte drenge ud af kriminalitet.
A young mind is a mind that wants to be fed. So this is the time to teach the young men and women about the world.
Ron Davis var selv en sort ung mand. I dag er han 61 og har mistet sin søn. Hvad der skete den aften for 1,5 år siden, finder han måske aldrig ud af.
You know, and always put my wristbands on. Have my notes, some of the stuff that I was just thinking about.
Men han har gjort det til sin mission at undgå, at det sker for andre unge. Om en times tid skal han tale til en gruppe unge på universitetet her i Daytona Beach.
When people come up to you and they hold you and they cry for your son who they didn't know.
I appreciate the...
I get texts from all over the world. How you doing? How are you? How you doing?
Good, man. How about
Doing good. Yeah, how you doing?
Everyone welcome, Mr. Ron Davis.
You have to pick better friends. Who you hang out with? Who comes over your mother's house?
Og netop de sorte unge mænd som Jordan Davis er fokus for et af de få initiativer, som præsident Obama har rettet mod den sorte befolkning.
After all, these boys are a growing segment of our population.
Det sorte samfund skal tage sig af deres sønner, så de ikke havner i fattigdom og kriminalitet. De skal blive på skolebænken. Sådan lød budskabet fra talerstolen, da Obama præsenterede programmet.
To help young boys at risk of dropping out of school.
Ron Davis sad få meter fra præsidenten.
Jordan Davis's parents, Lucy and Ron.
When you sit in a meeting with President Obama, when he mentioned your son's name and mentioned your name, that's tremendous. That means you're touching a lot of heart.
Martin Luther King sagde de berømte ord.
I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama with its vision.
Han havde en drøm. Men hvad ville han sige, hvis han oplevede sin gamle hjemmebane, Gadsden, Alabama eller Atlanta, Georgia i dag, 50 år senere?
Well, I think he'd be surprised at some of the progress we have made, but after looking more carefully, you know, he'd say, so far so good, but not far enough, not good enough.
For nok er de sorte amerikanere på papiret lige så meget værd som de hvide og alle de andre, men det er stadig dem og de andre minoriteter, der vender bøffer på grillbarerne og gør rent på toiletterne.
It's still better than it was 50 years ago, but it's nowhere close to what I thought it would be or should be by now. And right now in this country in 2014, if we're not careful, we're entering into another form of slavery when it comes down to minorities.
Or frustrating for people like me is America's inability to have an ongoing, honest dialogue with itself.
I de sorte amerikaneres historiebog har Martin Luther King nok den fornemste plads. Men Ron Davis' søn Jordan har fået sin egen side.
But we're still fighting for justice for Jordan, and we're going to retry that case. You can be allowed to drink at the same water fountain, be allowed to ride the same bus in the same seats, but the power structure and the laws doesn't favor you. That's what the problem is.